my take on the Tanis Leonhardi 1 mile run, time of 11 minutes 45 seconds from January 2006. I'm filming this a number of years later on Wednesday, 21 August 2024, and I'm the Tanis Leonhardi whose time this is, and I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. Tanis Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. I'm going to talk through, so this is my first 1 mile run for time in any format / setting. It was my first training set I implemented when I started running with myself as my coach, nutritionist, and dietitian in January 2006. I performed the 1 mile run on an indoor treadmill in a time of 11 minutes and 45 seconds, and it marked the first time I ran 1 mile without stopping nor walking. So I was like, I have to run it for it to count. I dropped multiple minutes off of this personal best time by the spring of 2006. Yes, so I was like, I had not ever run 5,280 feet. That's the definition of a mile, 5,280 feet. And so I was about 155, 165 pounds, and my doctor, and I had gone up a little bit in weight from what I had been, and like, my doctors had made a lower weight that I needed to lose weight, and I was pegged for I needed to be about 125. And I did soccer in the autumn and swimming in the summer. In January 2006, I was approximately about 13 years of age, and I was like, I had had an injury in soccer, and I wasn't playing kind of as much as I used to, and there was a bunch of stuff that kind of just like went together, and I was like, there were different appliances at the house, like that I could use for exercise, and I was like, running is the one where I'm not the best at coordination, so I'm gonna go with that one. And so I was like, we had this set at school called the Fun Run that we had to run a fitness test for time, and it was 1.5 miles, but I couldn't ever run it all the way. And I remember being a little bit embarrassed because I did play soccer, and I was like, I can't even do this. And I couldn't even do like, half a mile kind of thing. And even at soccer, running 2 laps, we didn't run 2 laps on the track. We ran 2 laps around the soccer field. So that's less than half a mile. Even when not cutting corners, and we didn't cut corners. And so, at least I didn't, but our team was good. And so I was like, I just want to do this. I was like, no time, the time doesn't matter. What matters is me finishing without walking and without stopping. So running the whole thing. So of course I'm running on the treadmill, and I'm like, start out too fast. And I'm like, but I can't walk, and I can't slow, like I can't stop. I can't slow down. And so I made it, and it was 11 minutes and 45 seconds. And I remember just being like, oh my gosh, I just ran a mile for the first time in my life. And it was entirely my own self-motivated, self-determined, I'm going to do this. And so I did it, and then I mean, because I hadn't ever run that distance before, there's just getting used to the distance, the time dropped, multiple minutes. And I did from January to June. I think I finally hit 125 in June, so it took me about 6 months. 5-6 months, so like a little over 1 pound a week on average to lose that weight. So not rapid weight loss, but it was weight loss nonetheless. And running was how I did it. So yeah, and so I said yesterday I would show a picture of about that time. I didn't have any pictures from my peak, like the day I was at that most weight, but so this is one that is pretty close to kind of the look I had. And I'll say before showing this, I kind of filled the jacket. So if you're like, no, but she's wastes away inside that jacket, no, I kind of filled the jacket. So this is a picture from, I was playing the piano. I had stopped taking piano lessons, but we still had, what did I call it, the baby grand, or is it a half grand? It's like the stack piano. It was a Yamaha, I think, or something. So here I am. Yeah. And then I had been overweight for like 5 years. And so I also have this picture of, this is like when I was skinny. So like three years earlier. So approximately kind of thing. Okay. it was just when I was skinny in those 5 years. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, so it was, I think, oh, and it was indoor, so, and I lost the weight, and then I didn't listen to music at all, period. Not with headphones, not out loud, not nothing. It was just me and my pounding of the treadmill, so, and the treadmill running and that kind of thing. So yeah, it was a winter run, and I will say, supposedly Mr. Beast has a 9-minute something mile time. Mr. Beast, as in like the YouTuber with over 200 million subscribers as of when I'm filming this. Last that I knew. I've heard he has a 9-minute something mile. If that's true, that took training. Speaking from experience, that's a quality 1 mile run time. Speaking from experience. So there we go. It's my take on the Tanis Leonhardi 1 mile run, a time of 11 minutes and 45 seconds from January 2006.